Welcome to PDAC 2023. My name is Julian DeRosier from the IIF. I'm today joined by Matthew. Hi Matthew, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me today.
Well, that's great to have you. So Matthew, for the people who doesn't know you and doesn't know your company yet, could you please present yourself and your company?
Certainly. My name is Matthew Schwab. I'm currently the President and CEO of Kraken Energy Corp. I've been in the role for about 6 months now. Previous to that, I've got about 15 years experience in the mining and exploration industry. I have a history going back to 2009 with Hathor Exploration, Rio Tinto, sometime at NextGen Energy prior to the discovery of the Arrow deposit. Post that time, I started getting into the private industry, started and sold a couple of private consulting firms in the oil and gas industry in Western Canada. And then most recently, I co-founded a company called Axiom Exploration Group out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, another private firm. And as I said, 6 months ago, moved over back into the public side of the industry with Kraken Energy Corp.
All right. And Kraken Energy, well, oil, gas, next gen, is it oil, is it uranium? Where are you exactly?
We're a uranium specifically company based out of Vancouver with assets in Nevada at the moment. So focus on domestic uranium production in the US and aggressively moving forward.
And so Nevada, is it a recognized place for uranium? For people who doesn't know about it, can you tell us more about the district you're in and maybe a little about your neighbors?
Certainly. Overall, Nevada is one of the most mining-friendly jurisdictions in North America. It's a long-standing history, mostly in gold, silver, copper, that kind of thing. But something that most people don't understand is that back in the 50s and 60s, there's a very strong uranium exploration and mining history in the state. It was largely forgotten. A lot of these files were just lost over the last 60, 70 years, and we're going through these files and really focusing on bringing in assets or properties that have high historic production grade, as well as great infrastructure, and kind of skipping the whole idea of greenfields exploration, starting with brownfields projects so that we can fast track these to production.
Well, that means new eyes on old projects. Nevada is obviously, as you said, tier 1 jurisdiction in the world, one of the most friendliest places. So many mines all around. I mean, we can even almost count them. But really, going back to your specific uranium stories, are there currently any uranium production in the district?
Not in Nevada. In some of the surrounding states, yes. But I think we're the only company right now solely focused on uranium in Nevada.
So this is really a distinctive feature of your company, is to try to look for uranium in what could be a proven district based on historical data that sadly got lost, but somehow looking at it with today's eyes. So this is very exciting for sure. And if that is the case, if you get that discovery hole, if things works out good, then you will really bring a new flavor to the state.
Certainly, something I want to just touch on there. You mentioned discovery hole. That's one of the things that we're really focusing on as we bring in projects to the company, is not looking to make a discovery. We're looking at projects that, again, were shut down before they were actually mined to completion, so they have in situ resources already, they have a history of mining production, they have infrastructure, power lines across the property from the previous mining, so that we can go back and fast track these through feasibility, through mine planning, and potentially be at a mining state within the coming years.
Okay, so for everyone that didn't know about the company, so basically uranium, you have brownfield exploration.
Yes.
There was things discovered there already, proven resources in situ. Can you tell us a little more about in situ, because we know a lot of the different type of uranium, but go back onto how friendly it is to actually mine in situ deposits.
So sorry, not in situ as in an in situ recovery, so that's a different mining method. We're looking at very conventional mining assets, so resources that start at or near surface, so a very conventional mining method which lowers the infrastructure costs needed for something like in situ or an underground mine, focusing on very easily accessible and lower infrastructure cost projects.
Okay, so then that gives us a lot clearer view about the project, so thank you very much for those precisions. And so what did you guys accomplish within the past 6 months? What are the milestones that you reached?
Certainly. So part of like I said, the company big focus is expanding our project portfolio. So we've added a new historically mined resource in northern Nevada as well. We've kicked off our inaugural drilling program at our Garfield Hills property. Had a great press release this morning showing some of the results coming out of that. We'll be wrapping that up very shortly in the coming month and moving forward potentially to our Apex property, which was the original flagship of the company. It was the largest producer of uranium in Nevada back in the 1950s at an average grade of 0.25%. So really looking at advancing those concurrently and moving forward as we keep building the company.
Great to hear. So basically, what is basically the objectives of the next 12 years? Touch it a bit of what you want to do, but I mean, what are the milestones you really want to be crossing in that shareholders can look at, the new guys can come in and say, hey, those guys really accomplishes their roadmap?
Well, really, right out of the gates here, the initial focus is to go back and confirm those historic resources that are in place on the properties. Without that, there's no point in moving through feasibility, mine planning, etc. So we're really going to be focusing on that as we build up the portfolio, bringing in, again, more projects that meet those exact criteria of being a past producer or have a historic resource, compliant or not, advanced stage of exploration, so that we can keep pushing them forward concurrently at the same time and bring multiple projects to potentially feasibility stage or better concurrently.
Well, this is great to hear, but that means obviously, as any mining company exploration, it means expenses. Can you tell us a little bit about your cash position right now and maybe the share structure that accompany that?
Sure. No, we've actually got a very clean share structure at the moment. We have 54 million shares outstanding with warrants, 64 fully diluted. I think our market cap today is floating around 21 million, and we've got roughly 9 million in the bank cash right now. So we're fully funded for our next exploration program at Apex, potentially beyond that, and we're sitting in a really healthy position.
Well, this is absolutely great to hear. Money is what the game is about. Basically, if you want to advance project, you need a lot of it. 9 million is a very nice position to be in and very strong and secure. So, again, exciting story in Nevada, new eyes, brownfield project. So for new shareholders that want to come in, what would you tell them? Why would they invest in your company rather than any other of your competitors out there?
You know, right now with uranium floating around that $45 to $50 mark, our company is holding between 40 50 cents typically at this point, and it's a great entry point. It really is. It's undervalued for what we have going on right now. It's undervalued for the properties that we have in the company, especially the forward direction that we have in place. So 35 cents or 38 cents that we're trading at today is an amazing entry point for anybody interested in this, and it's just a great opportunity overall.
Perfect. And if they're interested, where can they learn more about it? Get on your newsletter, get the information sent out.
Certainly. Well, first off, we're trading on both the CSE and the OTCQB right now as UUSA and UUSAF. And you can find more information on our website, or you can hit up Twitter, LinkedIn, or other social media feeds.
Perfect. Well, Matthew, that's all the time we had. Thank you very much. It's an exciting project. Make sure, guys, if you look at the video, you like uranium, you like that kind of play, brownfield, not just a greenfield exploration, but having actually already proven deposits there, please go on their website, look at the information, and communicate with Matthew if you need to. All social medias are available for you guys. Matthew, thank you very much for your time. Very exciting.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.